confidence. It takes real confidence to challenge the world's best in any given area. Performance car benchmarks such as Volkswagen's Golf GTI regularly see off contenders for their hot hatch throne. Today, it's Hyundai's turn to step up with this, the i30N, a car that's making a play for the hot hatch crown.
Hyundai's i30 is one of the most popular cars in Australia. This N-Performance version builds on the regular model with a turbocharged 2-litre engine paired with a limited slip diff and 6-speed manual transmission. It has multiple driving modes, variable sport suspension, big brakes and big tyres to complete the package. Priced from just under $40,000 plus on-road costs, the i30N is fitted with an 8-inch touchscreen and digital dash readout as standard. You also get a reversing camera, sat-nav, Apple CarPlay and climate control as part of the deal. Hyundai says the engine uses a reasonably thirsty 8 litres per 100 kilometres of premium fuel to make 202 kilowatts and 353 newton metres, which can boost to 378 newton metres for brief periods. The official line is that it's good for a 0-100k dash in 6.1 seconds. We took the car for a scenic drive in the Australian Alpine region, where it impressed with its Australian-tuned suspension and its composure over rough roads. But to really test its performance, Hyundai also took us to the track.
So what we're going to do now is take the car out and drive it on track. We'll start with a bit of a launch. This car has a launch control system that allows you to hit 100 k's in 6.1 seconds and a top speed of 250 k's. So let's give that a rip. It's a good start. So Hyundai is not trying to build the world's fastest car around a track or even the fastest hot hatch around a track with the i30N. It's a car that's intended to be fun, both on the road and on the circuit. Here at Winton Raceway in Victoria, we've had a really good time with the car today. It's a very easy car to drive. It lends confidence in its abilities. If you are new to performance cars, the i30N is something that you'll get along with quite well. It's not a massively challenging car to drive. It doesn't really bite and do tricky things on the standard setup. There is another setup of the car, which we'll talk about a little bit later, that uses some more aggressive tyres and things that can get a bit interesting. But for the most part, the car's just easy to drive. Some cool features we're using here in the track, one of which is an automatic rev matching function. So when you come to a corner like the one we are doing now, you can just basically push the car into second gear and it will automatically rev match for you. That's the sort of the heel and toe system where a really good driver might be able to balance the car on the brake and then flex their foot across and blip the throttle coming into a sharp corner. You don't have to worry about that in the i30N, it will do that for you. However, if you're an enthusiast and you want to have a go yourself, there is a button on the steering wheel where you can turn that off, which we are right now, and then you come up to a corner. It's very easy to heel and toe, the pedals are brilliantly spaced. It's a car that's designed to be quite accessible and confidence inspiring on the road and on the track. Powering on in second gear, grab third, so we're doing 100 k's an hour right now, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, and then on the brakes into the first corners here. Using a bit of curb. It's a great fun car to drive. The tyres and the brakes do soak up a lot of punishment. It's a car that really can handle quite a lot of track work. The brakes feel rock solid even after 5 or 6 laps around the circuit, and the tyres offer plenty of consistent grip as well. They're Pirelli P0 on this car. But if you want a little bit more, Hyundai will look after you, and particularly if you're an enthusiast driver that likes coming to track days, and I know I'm one of them, they have some bits that can really transform the way this car behaves on a circuit.
People who regularly take part in track days often swap stock parts for more focused components ready to handle high-performance driving. Hyundai really wants folks like that to buy this car, so it plans to offer track-ready Pirelli P0 Trofeo R tyres, Paget brake pads, plastic brake ventilation ducts and a fire extinguisher mounting bracket through its official dealer network. Pro rally driver Brendan Reeves recorded a 1-minute 42.5 second lap of Winton in the standard model before going around 2.5 seconds faster with the track pack that also feels much more fun to drive.
When we come into a corner, we'll flick it in here on the brakes. You can really start having some fun with this thing and backing it into corners. which is exactly what I want from a front-wheel drive performance car. Really, the set of tyres could transform the way this car behaves, and you'll be able to get them through dealers to really make the most of what the i30N can do. You know, for my taste, I think the standard car it's very stable, it's very planted, it's a car that gives you a lot of confidence, but it's not one that really likes to dance. But once you put the better tyres on the car, you can really have a good time. As I am now, this is an absolute cracker.
Unlike some rivals, the i30N allows you to completely deactivate stability control and have a laugh on the track. It also allows you to left foot brake to trim the car's mid-corner balance, which is great news for rally drivers or enthusiastic amateurs.
Tip it in on the trailing brake, let it slide, and then I expected a lot from the i30N. It's a car that's been developed by some real experts over a long period of time. Personally, you know, I was at a track day.
But you do need to be a bit careful. Like any good performance car, the i30N can bite if you are careless with it.
I love that the car has a manual transmission as well. That is something that as an enthusiast I really appreciate. A dual clutch automatic is on the way. It'll be an 8-speed wet clutch unit, unlike anything Hyundai's offered in a car before. Won't be like the 7-speed transmission in the i30 SR. It'll be something that is quite more suited to working on track. It's great to see Hyundai offer these kind of accessories so you can really make the most of the car. They're also looking into supporting people at track days, into building a community around the i30N, and basically, yeah, coming along and making sure people really enjoy their ownership experience with this vehicle. Best of all, the 5-year warranty that comes with the car backs you for on-track use like today. It doesn't work with racing if you're going to be going, you know, door to door with rivals and other performance cars. That's probably not something that will be covered, but if you want to come to casual track days with your mates and just really enjoy the potential of the car, then that's something Hyundai will support you with, and that is absolutely brilliant to see. This really is an impressive car. In isolation, the i30N ticks a lot of boxes with outstanding value, performance and ownership credentials. Hyundai really did throw a lot of effort into the i30N. But the real question will be answered when we throw it into battle against the GTI and other rivals. Because if you're going to come at the king, you best not miss.